are on video number 4 in a series of 6 videos on how to make money on Fiverr. You see my photo. I have earned almost $8,000. I was shocked to learn that I have actually made that much money on Fiverr. Well, I got to tell somebody. I got to share this and to share with you some of the things that people are selling. Other sellers are selling on Fiverr and people are buying. I have created a freebie for you. Doesn't cost you a dime. You just need to go to the link when I finish talking and download the link or read it online, and you can see some of the easy peasy things folks are selling on Fiverr and making money. Okay, so that's a freebie for you. Don't forget. And so I'm sharing, everything from A to Z that I have learned thus far on Fiverr. I have created a blueprint because there is a formula for selling on Fiverr and being successful. So I'm a giver. So this doesn't cost you a dime. I would like you to do me a favor and subscribe to my channel so that others can get the information. And it's encouraging for me because I'm thinking people are really in need of this information and they're willing to at least subscribe to the channel. And plus I have this freebie for you. So in video number 4, I'm suggesting, and if you want to be successful on Fiverr, you want to brainstorm and think, well, what is it that I can actually sell on Fiverr? What talents, what passion do I have? What skills do I have that I can sell on Fiverr and others would be willing to purchase? So that's one of the areas we're going to cover on video number 4. You also want to look at competition. So if you're looking to sell, let's see, I'm a voiceover artist. So if I was looking to join Fiverr and sell my voiceover services as a voiceover artist, then I want to look and see what other voiceover artists are doing on Fiverr. What are they? How did they create their profile? What are some of the reviews from buyers? What kind of photos do they have? Demos. So in creating when you think about creating this is part of your homework before you actually create your gig. And we talked about a gig. A gig is the product or service that you are selling on Fiverr, a GIG. So before you set it up and sign on to Fiverr, do your homework so you can almost guarantee success, especially with the formula and the blueprint that I am sharing with you for absolutely nothing. Okay? So also we're going to talk about best practices. What is it that you need to do to get those really good reviews, to get those really good, hey, this seller was the best thing since sliced bread. You know, this seller was really providing me with excellent service, and, you know, I recommend this seller to all of you. Those are the kind of reviews you want to get, but you have to know how to go about it. So I'm sharing that with you, all those tips and strategies on how to make that happen on video number 4. So I'm not going to talk any further. Thank you for staying with me. Don't forget to get your freebie. Don't forget to subscribe. And as I said, you'll thank me later. All right. So stay with me because I have a lot of good information invaluable information I'm sharing on how to be successful on Fiverr. Okay. All right. So I've talked enough. Stay tuned for video number 4 and get ready for a ton load of wonderful information on how to be successful to help you make money. All righty. Bye-bye for now. Hello, Maria here again, and we are on video series number 4, and I hope everybody is doing well. I am sharing with you how to make money. Let's keep it real. How to make money on Fiverr, how to make money online, how to make money from the comfort of your home. Before I go any further, do me a big favor. I need you to subscribe, ring the bell, like me, share. Y'all know what to do. I need you to help me out because I'm sharing a lot of information with you. Again, Fiverr don't pay me a dime. This is all information that I want to share with you. I'm on a mission because if I can be successful, you can be successful. If other folks can make money on Fiverr, you can make money on Fiverr. So do me a favor and subscribe. I really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So we have been covering how to make money on Fiverr, and I have created a series of videos to help you. Initially, I had one big video, and I said, that's way too much information on one video because it's so much that I'm giving you, so much that I'm sharing with you, so many secrets, so many awesome strategies and tips I'm sharing with you that I have learned on my own from studying and just trial and error. Nobody held my hand and showed me how to make this happen on Fiverr. I had to figure it out for myself. I don't want you to have to reinvent the wheel. So with that said, I said, you know what? I'm going to share this information with others. I want to see you be successful. Anyone has an entrepreneurial spirit and they really, really want to make something happen. They're really determined, really want to put the work in, make it happen. Whatever I can do to support you in that, hey, I got your back. I want you to leave comments for me if you have questions, if you're confused, if there's any terminology that I use and you're not certain about it, or you have an idea and you want to kind of run it past me, whatever, all related to Fiverr, send me a message in my comment and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Promise, that's my word. Okay, so again, this is Maria, and today we're going to talk about deciding on your Fiverr gig. What product or service will you sell? With that said, let's get started. Decide on your Fiverr gig. What product or service will you sell? Come up with ideas. Are you bilingual? Is it something to do with ethnicity, exceptional skills, talents, service, professional management, certifications, music, scriptwriter, coach, IT skills, instructions on how to, information services, unique or not so unique skills, expertise in an area that's sellable. Keywords and tags are critical. Use keywords and appropriate tags when creating your gig. Check YouTube for information on keywords and tags. Preparation. Make sure you are ready to deliver outstanding service before publishing your gig. How to win buyers and compete. Profile. Create a compelling profile and friendly tone. Include why a buyer should select your service or product. New to Fiverr? Let buyers know you are new to Fiverr. You're a newbie, but passionate about your service or product. Service or product. Offer excellent service or products. Customer service. Let customers know your goal is 100% customer satisfaction. Proofread your profile for typos. It's not a good impression. Videos and photos. Use high-quality photos and videos in your profile to showcase your work, product, or to introduce your service or yourself to buyers. How to win buyers and compete. Continuing. Buyer communication. Always communicate quickly, outstandingly, and professionally. Profile message. Important. Include this message at the top of your profile in bold letters. Please contact me first before placing your order. You want to be sure the both of you have a clear understanding of service or product expectations and all questions are answered before starting an order. Buyer's request. Respond ASAP, if not immediately, to buyers seeking information on your gig or creating an actual offer to purchase your gig. Fiverr app. Use your laptop too. Check it often for Fiverr buyer's message. Fiverr gigs. Offer $5, $10, $15 for starters to attract buyers and grow your gig. Questions. Fiverr customer service reps are exceedingly helpful and always available 24/7 to answer any questions you may have about policy, procedures, clarification, status, etc. FAQ, frequently asked questions. Provide frequently asked questions and answers in your gig setup to answer and anticipate buyers' questions. And 2, they understand what you are offering. Your gig reviews are critical. For getting started on Fiverr, ask friends, family, and individuals you know who could benefit from your service, product to help you out and buy your gig service or product and provide reviews. Try for a minimum of 4 or 5 reviews for your Fiverr gig for starters. Now let's go back and talk a little bit about some of the things that were discussed in number 4 video series, just for clarification. Decide on your Fiverr gig what product or service will you sell. What's indicated there is come up with ideas. Think about it. I mentioned earlier about brainstorming. Get a pencil and paper out or whatever, pen and paper out, and write down any services, any skills, any experience that you have, any interests that you have, any passions that you have, any talents that you have that you may be able to sell as a product, service, skill, experience on Fiverr. So don't hold back. Just write down as much, just do some brainstorming and just come up with ideas. Now, if you have explored on Fiverr, as I suggested that you do, and look at the various Fiverr gigs, you will see there's everything from soup to nuts being sold on Fiverr. And don't feel like, well, nobody would really want to buy that. You don't know. People are buying silly stuff. People are buying serious stuff. People are buying really technical stuff. It's everything from A to Z. So just do your brainstorming. And then once you develop your Fiverr gigs, and you can develop up to 7 maximum for starters, you can evaluate which Fiverr gigs are getting attention, which Fiverr gigs are not getting attention. So you can either tweak the ones that are not getting attention, you can go in and enhance them and change them around a little bit, or you can delete them and add a new Fiverr gig, which means you might introduce a new idea of product or service. You can evaluate that and determine if you're getting any responses from prospective buyers. That's how you do it. So that's how you make a determination as to what the buyers are interested in or what you should discard and try something new. So let me give you a personal experience that I've had on Fiverr. Well, I happen to be a Black woman and I'm a professional voiceover artist. So initially when I signed up for Fiverr, I didn't indicate that I was a Black woman. I just said I'm a professional voiceover artist, and I offered other gigs as well beyond voiceover artists. So then I said, you know what, let me indicate that I am a Black female and I do professional voiceover artists. I also grew up in the South and I know how to speak Southern. I know how to speak, hey baby, how you doing? Hey boo, how you doing? So I created Fiverr gigs around a Southern accent. But for some companies who want to connect with their demographics, let's say they have a Black audience, they want female Black voiceover artists. So I decided to indicate on my Fiverr gig that I'm a Black female voiceover artist. Hey, Eureka, that did it for me. I get more responses from prospective buyers for my Black female voiceover than any other Fiverr gig. I also get buyer requests for my Southern as well. So you just never know. But I kind of tweaked it. I played around with it. And I said, let me try this and just see if I get any responses. So you never know. You got to kind of play around with it. So do your evaluations and then you can determine what gets responses and what doesn't get responses. Okay? I think I said enough about that. Keywords and tags. I talked a little bit about that in my previous, in number 3, I believe, video series. So your keywords are really, really important. So make sure you use keywords in your titles, in your description. So just make sure you use your keywords. Keywords, again, are words that buyers use to search for a particular product or service. Tags are words that are used in your algorithms and also words that can possibly be used for customers to find your product or service. So do a little bit of homework on that if you're not clear on that, because those are critical because you want to be found. You want when customers search for a particular product or service. Preparation, make sure before you push publish, when you establish your Fiverr gigs, that you got it 100, you've checked it over, no typos, you feel really good about it. And you may even wait a day before you actually click on publish. But keep in mind, too, you can always go back and edit, too. So if you, down the road, if you say, you know what, I want to change this word or I want to switch this around a little bit, you can always edit your information on your Fiverr gigs. I do that all the time when I have a little brainstorm or I think, oh, I want to change this to reflect something a little different. So you can always edit, okay? Okay, so continuing on how to win buyers and compete, video series number 4. your profile message is critical. So as I mentioned in my previous video, I think it was video number 3, check out your competitor's profile message. You're not going to copy it word for word, but if you find a profile message that you feel is really, really on point, you can model your profile after your competitor's profile message, because it does take a little bit of skill to really get it right. So why reinvent the wheel when there's others who have created really great profile messages, and you can just simply model your profile message after your competitors. If you're new to Fiverr, this was just a suggestion. You can indicate that you're a newbie, you're new, but you're very passionate about your service. I will provide 100% customer service. So you can choose to indicate that or not. It's up to you. So again, you want to offer excellent service because, again, your goal is 5-star rating from all your customers, and you want to get great comments in your reviews for your service. Proofread videos and photos. Use high quality photos. So be careful when using photos and music too. You can't use any music or photos that are copyrighted or where there's a royalty is involved. There's a number of sites online where you can actually purchase music if you wanted to use music, where you can purchase it, so you purchase the rights to use the music. Or if you wanted to use photos, which I suggest, you can go to a site called, there's a number of sites, but this is one that's very popular. It's Pexel, Pexel, and that's a site that provides free videos and free photos. And that site is supplied by individuals who take pictures and take videos, who are giving those videos and photos to Pexel, so anyone can go and use the pictures or videos with no problem. So just be careful. You can't just use anybody's music or anybody's photos. You have to make sure that you have the right to be able to use it, because you can get in big trouble because Fiverr will pull it. They deem that it's a copyright issue or royalty issue. But there's a lot of free stuff out there, or minimal cost if you wanted to purchase, so you own the rights. If you have any questions about any of this, again, be sure and hit me up on comments and I will clarify it for you. I'd be happy to do that as soon as I'll do it get back to you as soon as possible. So moving right along, continuing, lots of good information here on how to win buyers and compete. We're continuing here. And again, this is video number 4. I'm just clarifying a few areas that were mentioned in how to win buyers and compete. So hopefully this is helpful for you. And if it is, hopefully it is, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, like me. Y'all know what to do. I need your help here. So I'm giving you a lot of good information. Again, I don't work for Fiverr. I have been successful on Fiverr, and I want to share this information with you. I know that this could change your life. Some folks ask, can you make money on Fiverr? Can you really make money on Fiverr? Well, I'm here as a testimonial to say, yes, you can. But you got to come 100. You got to come correct. You got to do your homework, research. All this information that I'm providing for you, hey, you don't want to skip it. You don't want to jump the line and say, you know what, I'll just go on and figure it out. I figured it out for you. So why reinvent the wheel? All righty? Because Maria got your back. All right, continuing here. How to win buyers and compete. Buyer communication. Always communicate quickly. As soon as they hit you up and say, you will have it on your phone, your mobile, you'll have that Fiverr app. As soon as that lights up, you want to connect with them right away, because Fiverr will rate you according to how quickly you get back to a prospective buyer. So when you set up your initial profile, you don't want to indicate that, well, I'll get back to them in an hour, if you don't think that's really feasible. Now, I indicate that I'll get back in an hour because I'm constantly monitoring my phone, and I'm constantly able to use the computer, my Mac. So I'm constantly looking to determine if anybody has contacted me. And oftentimes it might be in the middle of the night, or it might be as soon as I wake up in the morning, I look and I see that a customer, prospective buyer, has sent me a message checking out my Fiverr gig, and I want to get back to them right away. And I always want to thank them for checking out my Fiverr gig. I always want to say, thank you so much for checking out my Fiverr gig, da 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 da. So always thank them, because there's a lot of competition on Fiverr, and they do not have to check your particular Fiverr gig out. So you always want to let them know how much you appreciate them checking out your Fiverr gig and offering them 100% customer service and professional communication. Okay, enough said about that. So your profile message, this is really, really important. So take note here at the top of all my Fiverr gigs, in my profile message, in bold letters, and I highlight it, I say, please contact me first before placing your order. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes individuals will, even when I state this, and it really is a little frustrating for me, I'll see on my phone or whatever on my my computer, someone has placed an order, and I'm thinking, I haven't talked to you. We haven't had a discussion about your order. I don't know if it's a good fit for me. I haven't gotten the particulars from you to determine, the ins and outs of what your needs are. It's really, really important. Check out Fiverr. You will notice that a lot of the sellers have on their profile at their Fiverr gig, please contact me first before placing your order. That way you avoid confusion. That way you avoid cancellation. All those things can be a ding for you on Fiverr. And if you talk to the prospective buyer prior to placing your order, you can determine whether it's a good fit for you. You can get more information, and then you can say, yes, let's go ahead and place the order. Now, sometimes individuals will contact me, even though I have this here. Like I said, I have it in two places, at the top and at the bottom, and how they overlook it, I don't know. But usually they're pretty apologetic and say, oh, I really didn't see it, or I don't know how they missed it. And they have placed an order, and I will read over their order. And sometimes it's just something that just won't work for me, or sometimes I'm too busy to fulfill the order, and etc. And I will have to ask them to please cancel the order, which doesn't look good for Fiverr from my perspective as a seller. Buyer request. Again, respond to your buyer's request as soon as possible, because they can just move on to someone else. If you're lagging, I contacted a woman for a particular service. I looked at her Fiverr gig, and I thought, I don't know. I was kind of going back and forth. And I said, well, let me reach out to her, because she kind of talked herself up in the on her Fiverr profile, on her Fiverr gig. Well, anyway, I sent her a message. I didn't get any response back. A day went by. I didn't get a response back. The next day in the evening, she sends me a response. Oh, I really want to apologize for not getting back to you. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm not even available to do what you're asking me to do. Sorry. Okay. I utilize individuals who have IT services and other services that I purchase on Fiverr. So I look for the seller who responds immediately, if not sooner. And I know sometimes it's a little bit of delay, because a lot of the sellers are out of the country, and I understand that it may, and Fiverr will indicate it's midnight, it's the middle of the night there, so you may not hear from the seller for a minute because it's nighttime, 12-hour difference in terms of the timing, which is okay. But even those sellers, because they are on Fiverr and they know it's very competitive, oftentimes, the majority of the time, they will still respond within a couple of hours, even though it's in the middle of the night, because they are hungry, they're determined, they are demonstrating great customer service, and they will at least get an idea of what it is that you're seeking as a buyer. And they may say, ma'am, can I get back to you? Or in some instances, they actually go ahead and keep moving forward with the order, because they're hungry, they're determined, and they know it's very competitive. And they're probably thinking, I can catch up on sleep a little bit later, So anyway, I just wanted to say that this is a no excuse zone. Fiverr is a no excuse zone. All right. So, but check your Fiverr app. Sometimes I will check my Fiverr app, and it doesn't show anything, when I'm looking at my phone. And then when I log into my Mac, I will see that there's a new, there's a buyer seeking information about my Fiverr gig, but it didn't show up on my Fiverr app, which is, that's kind of a glitch every once in a while. But generally, my app will show up, which indicates that I have a message on my Fiverr, and that means I need to respond like ASAP. So anyway, so much for that. Let's move right along. And I'm just trying to do a little bit of clarification here, so you have a really good idea of what's what. So we're going to continue a little bit more on how to win buyers and compete. Again, this is video series number 4. And I said
For your Fiverr gigs, you can offer $5, $10, or $15. And you may be thinking, wow, I thought you said you could make money on Fiverr. You can, but this is the strategy. When you explore on Fiverr and you look at the various, let's say you look at your competitors, especially the new ones, they will start really low. It doesn't mean you have to stay there. If a buyer is asking you to do, something that's really requires a lot or whatever, you make the determination. Then, you're not going to you're not going to do the gig for $5 or $10 or $15 if it's something that, that is just impossible. But it's a way to kind of lure them in so you can start getting reviews and you can start building your Fiverr gig and growing. So that's up to you, but look around. And also, one of the things that you don't want to do is you don't want to, let's say in my video series number 3, I gave the example of, let's say you have a Fiverr gig at $50, but then you look around at competitors and they are at, let's say, $40 starting. So you have to ask yourself, you say, well, do I want to drop it down to $40 because my competitors are at $40, my competitors meaning the other Fiverr gigs, or do I want to keep it at $50? Now, if you're new, you may have a little bit of a challenge there because the prospective buyers are looking and saying, well, the other sellers are selling theirs for $40, so why should I go with you? So that's just something to consider. So those are some negotiating points that you have to think about, and also as you're building as you begin to start your Fiverr gigs, you want to think about that. So I just wanted to add that. I'm not saying that you absolutely have to, but it's something to consider. All right. So questions. So if there's any questions, any confusion, Fiverr customer service reps are helpful. Matter of fact, I just sent them a message just yesterday or the day before, and I got a message back the next day. I was very happy. And it was in my favor, so I'm really, really happy about that. But they're really good about clarifying. And when I was first developing my Fiverr gigs, I was getting stuck. I couldn't quite figure out what to do. Like I said, I didn't have anybody to help me like I'm helping you. I want to see you grow. I want to see you make money. I want to see you be successful. But I didn't have anybody to ask any questions of. So I was constantly blowing up Fiverr and customer service, asking them all sorts of questions because I was confused. But I finally figured it out. I'm still figuring out some of it, but I have it. I know pretty much. I'm pretty good now. I'm on a good little track right now. Okay. Frequently asked questions, FAQ. So frequently asked questions, when you fill out your Fiverr profile, you want to list frequently asked questions. So you want to anticipate any questions the prospective buyer may have of you. So don't skip that part. Fill in any questions that you can anticipate that a prospective buyer may ask of you. So when you start developing your Fiverr profile, you will see that and you will know exactly what I'm talking about. So don't skip that part because it can save you a headache in terms of answering questions that could have already been answered in your FAQ if a prospective buyer just stops and takes some time to read it. Okay? So lastly, in this section on how to win buyers and compete, your gig reviews are critical. So let me just elaborate a little bit in this area because it's really, really important. When you start on Fiverr, you're going to start with 0 reviews. You're going to start as, let's say you can do web development as an example, but you don't have any reviews. So prospective buyers will look at your profile or your Fiverr gig and think, oh, this person has absolutely 0 reviews. And I can go over here and I see this particular competitor has 5, 10 reviews and they're all 5 stars. So why would I take a chance on a new Fiverr seller with no reviews? This is why I'm suggesting that you have family and friends and individuals who may benefit from your service, your product, your service to help you out and buy Fiverr gigs from you initially to get you started. And you want them to give you good reviews to get you started. And you want to get 5 stars from them. So now that's kind of, let's use the term jump starting you. So you're not a new Fiverr seller, a new Fiverr gig with 0 reviews, 0 ratings. And so you're going to just be sitting there frustrated saying, I thought Maria said, you could make money on Fiverr and nothing's happening. So I'm giving you strategies and secrets and tips on how to get started. Because you can have the best skill in the world, experience and service, whatever. But if you have no reviews, if you have no ratings, I'm just keeping it real. No one's going to select you. You're going to get bypassed. So just keep in mind what I said about getting some Fiverr reviews to get you started. 4 or 5 is good to get you started. And then from there, prospective buyers, they'll take a look and they'll read your reviews. And you will start getting, if you have Fiverr gigs that are attractive to prospective buyers, you'll start getting business. I'm going to stop right here. I've given you lots of wonderful strategies. Well, in my opinion, humble opinion, invaluable. How about that word? Invaluable strategies and tips and secrets, insights on how to be successful on Fiverr, how to make money on Fiverr, how to make money online, how to make money from the comfort of your home. If others can do it, you can do it. If I can make over $1,000 and counting as a new seller on Fiverr, you can do the same. I've laid it all out here for you. Formula. All you got to do is follow it. And if you have any questions, any confusion, you can always leave me a comment and I will get back to you as soon as possible regarding developing your Fiverr gig. I have 2 more video series coming up out of my 1 to 6 video series. So this was video series number 4 that we just completed. So I have video series number 5 will cover, you have a buyer, what do you do? It's all related. So delivery of your product or service, how does that happen? So I'm covering that in video number 5. You don't want to miss out on that. Late communication. Suppose you're late with a delivery. What do you do then? That's critical. You get dinged by Fiverr if you don't do the right thing here. And I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do. And after your delivery of service or product, then what? What do you do then? That's coming up in video number 5. It's all critical information to help you be successful on Fiverr. There is a formula for being successful on Fiverr, and people are making money on Fiverr. Okay, I think that's it for now. But listen, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, like me. Y'all know what to do. I need you to help me out because I'm helping you out. All right, so hopefully you are staying with me. This is some information that, again, you're not going to find anywhere else. All right, so much for now. Be well. I'll see you soon at video number 5. Bye-bye for now.